There used to be racehorses, and then along came Far Lap. There used to be Batsman, and then we had the Don. And trust me, there used to be hot hatchbacks, and now there's this. This is, of course, the BMW M135i, and if you thought performance was all about Australian badges and V8 engines, this car might make you think again. Mechanically, this car is very similar to the BMW 1M we saw a couple of years ago, but unlike that car with its Disney Pixar styling, this car is a hatchback. It's a lot more no-nonsense. It's got a huge boot, and it's even got 4 doors and seats for 5. But the real magic happens at the other end. Under here is a thermonuclear device. Okay, I made that bit up. It is in fact a 3-litre 6-cylinder with twin turbochargers and 235 kilowatts. Now think about that. Big engine, little car. It's classic hot hatch formula. So let's see what happens when we let it off the leash. Well, from the moment you pull out into the traffic, you can tell that this is a sophisticated, very refined engine. Being a straight 6, that's usually the case, but BMW does build a very nice 6-cylinder engine. The gearbox in this car is an 8-speed automatic. You can get this with a 6-speed manual, but the 8-speed is actually faster, believe it or not, even though it's only got 2 pedals. And it's also a really, really smooth, sophisticated gearbox. My only concern is that when you shift it into sport, it's actually too aggressive for road driving. You're better to leave it in comfort. The suspension's about what you'd expect from BMW, really nicely damped, although in corners there is a little bit more body roll than I would have expected for something this sporty. And the tyres are noisy. It's the way they are. They're an aggressive tread pattern, and they need to be to give this car the grip that it obviously needs in day-to-day running, especially if you're going to get a bit leery with it at a racetrack on weekends, which people who buy this sort of car do. In any case, it's a bit of noise. You can live with it. So it feels fast, but is it really fast? Well, hell yes, it is. From 0 to 100, it takes about that much longer than the V8 engined M3, which is its big brother. Now that is really fast. That's sub 5 seconds, and in fact, that's supercar fast. If you've driven a modern BMW, you'll be pretty familiar with the interior of this car. There's the menu-driven stuff, the usual gear change, the flip-up display screen. The seats are good, and the instrumentation's very clear, but let's be honest, BMW could put you on a church pew and give you a kitchen clock to look at, because none of that matters when you put your foot down. So there you have it, huge performance in a compact body, and it's even practical. The bad news is it's going to cost about $70,000 or maybe a little bit more by the time you get it on the road in Australia. But let's not forget that you can easily spend north of $50,000 on a Volkswagen Scirocco in the first place. In the meantime, this gives a blood nose to so many so-called performance cars, it's not funny. And it takes the concept of the hot hatch to a whole new level. And that's good news for us old blokes. Ugh. You can't get in the car.